basically delivery, actually a delivery. Uh, and that's gonna take some time. I might stop by somebody's home and see if he wants to join the ride, and So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna try to narrate the trip all the way to the Hillsboro area near Brownwood. It's about 45 minutes, at least so far. Um, the weather, from a temperature point of view, it's a nice day. All this week, and we had a little front coming Sunday, and that cooled down a lot. It was very hot over the weekend. I was on an air show on Saturday, and that was insane, to say the least. Insane. This is where I live. This is Silver Lake. This is the historic site. We just passed the Schwartz home, the blue home. When I turn left, that blue home, that's Schwartz. We call it Schwartz home. That was, I'm pretty sure he has more than one, but that was the home he had when he started the villages. It has a little park named after him next to the home. A little gazebo, people go fishing, that kind of stuff. Maybe a grill, I don't know. Some of these little parks, they do have this little grill that you bring your own stuff and cook. It's very cool. This is what is called the historic site. Again, this is, let me pass this guy. Sometimes they just, I'd rather pass them now, because I don't want to deal with him on the bridge or whatever. But anyways, I like it. I like it here, like more than I thought I would, to be honest. I didn't know when we purchased the home. You might know the story by now. We barely had any money to buy a home, but we got one. And to be honest, we've been remodeling. It's getting there. It's getting better and better. The inside part. Now we're gonna get a new roof. The insurance finally paid off the 2024 hurricane damage. Can you believe that? Almost over a year and a half just to pay that off. But that's how insurance works sometimes. But at least they pay. So we're gonna do the roof. It's already in process. Whenever that happens, that takes some time. You see that little trailer over there? I like that trailer a lot. For my little truck, POS one. Eventually, I have one of those. Very expensive. It's aluminum. Anything that aluminum is very expensive. This is part of Paradise Park. Those are the dog parks. It's a beautiful area. There's a walking trail about half a mile long, and through these trees and going back and forth, and some exercise equipment on the other side. This is I think it's called the Everett Bridge. I'm not sure. First bridge ever for golf carts over a major highway. US 27 is down below 441, whatever you want to call it. They have multiple numbers. It's very steep compared to any other bridge in the villages. It's like 4 or 5. When I drive people here, but for the first time, they get scared. It's like a little roller coaster. With electric cars, it's easier because electric cars, they have this auto brake feature, or you just engage the electric motor, and the motor itself acts as a brake. So on the right is Veterans Park. It's dedicated to all veterans, and on the floor there's a lot of bricks, and you can buy those bricks and name and dedicate one to someone. And I don't know how much they cost. I don't know how many they have left available. Honestly, I don't. But I know you can do that. There's a lot of construction going on this side of town. Spanish Spring is being remodeled heavily. Heavily. This is the main intersection of Spanish Springs. We're heading out towards the square, assuming the camera is still there. And they're doing apartments, they're doing more stores and restaurants, that kind of stuff. The square itself is really nice. It's funny, a few years back, maybe a year and a half, maybe 2 more. That's Blondie's, by the way, that blue umbrellas. That's a bar they built about a year ago. And behind it is the Sharon Moore's performance. I think that's the name of that. Yeah. Performance Center, yeah, probably that. And then where it says Genesis on the right, I used to be the movie theater. That's gone. After COVID, they closed them all except for the Lake Center one. Now it's a health club. And this building being renovated, it's going to be all apartments for rental or lease or whatever. And similar to the Van Pattern House over there, where it says Americanos, the big building on the left, those became apartments, I don't know, a year or so ago, 2 years maybe. By the way, this is Coastal del Mar, very nice seafood place. We love it. It's very cool, very good. So I think this is doing about a year or so. What I was saying about a year and a half or two ago, a lot of people commenting or talking about, oh, the Morse family should be ashamed, Spanish Spring, they don't take care of Spanish Springs, and bunch of BS. Let me tell you one thing, in the villages, when you are not here, everything you hear outside the villages, you know, be careful, because there's a lot of bullshit. Even inside here, it's a lot of bullshit. People just like to talk and talk and talk without any valid information or anything at all, like zero. Like, it's ridiculous, right? But anyways, that's part of the living here. So, have a nice day. So, it's a nice golf cart she has. So they were talking how the Morse family should be ashamed if their grandpa or great grandpa, whatever, was alive, meaning Shores, right? Harold Shores, because they were not taking care of Spanish Springs and this and that, you know, all kinds of bullshit. You have no idea. I mean, right and left, BS, as you can imagine. What the hell happened there? Breakdown. So this is a little shortcut all the way to what I call the mile from hell, which is the Morse that definitely you see on the news a lot, because there's a lot of crashes. People have died there between golf cart and cars. It doesn't matter who's at fault. If you die, you die. But a lot of time it's the golf cart people. I have very bad encounters there with people that just don't give a shit. Like, I remember I was coming with my truck and the guy just, boom, got into my lane with 6 inches to spare. No signal, no nothing. He just wanted to pass somebody, which is illegal, by the way. And the funny part was, he passed that person, and the person that he passed just turned right 30 seconds after. So he almost lose his life to save maybe 30 seconds. You get a lot of that here. That's a lot of shit like that here. So going back to the Spanish Springs thing. So, I mean, they were writing online and everything that the Morse family this and that, they don't take care of business, and Spanish Springs dying. They even people went as far as saying they were about to close down Spanish Springs. I mean, they don't care about the historic side. That's where I live. But because I lived there, I know it was a bunch of bullshit. And I remember I was in some YouTuber show and stuff. And I remember saying, that's a bunch of bullshit. I live here. I mean, and not only that was bullshit, they have been renovating Spanish Springs like crazy. I mean, like crazy. This is the mile from here. It's a mile from here to where I can get off this area. So that's why I call it, I nickname it the mile from hell. You see how the cars and golf carts are one next to each other? They're very close, and you gotta pay attention, because you can get in trouble, like either a golf cart doing weird shit or a real car doing weird shit. 2 years ago or so, maybe more, a lady lost her life. She was doing like what I'm doing right now, and without looking or anything, she just went left into the car lane, and there was a pickup truck loaded, and just ran overhead and killed her. Some of the ideas is to slow down more. This is a 30-mile-an-hour road by law. It has to be. And in Florida, any road that shares with a golf cart, it has to be 30 miles or less. Although Morse from where we're gonna get off is 35, all the way to 44, State Road 44, which is a 45 segment. This segment, all the way to US 27, probably about 2 miles. Instead of making that left, you make a right, you get to 27. It's all 30 miles an hour. It has to be by law. So I think this is the street, one of these streets, the lady said, oh my God, I had to make a left turn, and she went, and boom, she got killed. The rule is very simple. If you're gonna make a left turn on the next street, you enter now. You put the signal, you enter the main road, you join with cars, and then but you don't make a left turn from the golf cart lane, okay? So yeah, this is what I mean. Now, I put my signal, I took my hands out, and this is where I join the main road because I'm gonna make a left turn. And you don't wanna do a left turn from the golf cart lane. Now, this is tricky. You see all those cars coming? They do have the right of way. Sometimes you have to be a little crazy and a little faster, which I'm about to do. Because if not, you will never cross. But sometimes you have to wait there 5 minutes. But they have the right of way. That guard responsibility is to make sure the cars don't back all the way back to 466 because that's a main road. This is one of the many little bridges. Sometimes you see small alligators in these little canals. I don't see any today, or bigger ones. This is a lot of golf carts today, but these are, I see them with a bunch of golf bags. I mean, maybe it's like a little club, like a little group. They're heading to play somewhere, or coming to play from somewhere. That's 466 on the right. From this moment on, until we get to Hillsboro, we are going to be in what is called a multimodal. See the bikes coming up? A multimodal means it's available for bikes, golf carts, and there's a few transportation modes. I don't know what else. There's a big discussion about those e-bikes. They're calling them like motorcycles. I don't know. Oh, people can walk here, of course. Anything that's smaller or fragile than a golf cart, my advice, be careful. All right? Don't think because you may have the right of way or the right to be here, you're gonna be safe. I've seen a lot of accidents between golf carts themselves, bicycles. I had another close encounter. I had it on video. That guy I was doing like 21 miles an hour. The guy wanted to pass me, almost crashed, and then eventually he passed me doing like 25 miles in an e-bike. And then he had to make a right turn, a very sharp right turn. I mean, stupid. People doing stupid shit. So we just passed under 466. As I said, this is a multimodal path. The only other kind of dangerous place we are about to get in is this is Morse again. Remember where I was coming from? So we just under Morse. Is where we're heading now. We're heading towards Lake Sumter, and there's two bridges there that connect this with that other area. And the golf carts area is very narrow. And again, I had almost another close encounter when I think I had it on video too, but I don't know what happened. The lady was coming towards me. It was a lady, and suddenly you see that cart, you see that cement wall on the left, a little, about 12 inches or whatever. As we are approaching, she hit that, and she started bouncing like a pinball in that shit. And I thought, oh my God, she's gonna crash into me. And eventually she corrected well, and you know. So it was scary. That's Lake Sumter on the right. It's a big lake, big man-made lake. I think one of the biggest in the U.S. man-made wise. A lot of gators made there. The little lighthouse you see is a restaurant. I think it's called Lighthouse Point. I don't know. It's a seafood place. Good. And you can take a boat there, usually in the afternoon, and you take a boat for $3. They give you like a 20-minute ride in the lake, and they give you these made-up stories about pirates and shit from the 1800s. And this lake was made, I think, in 2010. I don't know. It's funny. It's a nice ride. I take in family members, friends. It's very enjoyable. The guys are very cool. You know, it's a very cool thing. So you see what I mean? This is very narrow. So we escape again. So now we're gonna go not necessarily in the multimodal path, but maybe what you call it, like What the hell this is doing? I don't know. This GPS is all F up, to say the least. So this is where you join the main road again. You have to be careful, but no biggie. This is how you go to. I'm gonna go around Lake Sumter. No, I don't. I can't. Well, I can, but I'm gonna waste too much time. I'll do that later. But basically, this is where Lake Sumter starts on this light. It's funny, this light became that like that red blinking. Like it's mainly right now. It's a four-way stop. It got damaged. I wanna say more than 2 years ago, and since they left it like that. And I think they did it on purpose. Believe it or not, when the light was working, the traffic was worse. Especially in the afternoon. There's a lot of people that work here. This Bravo Pizza was one of the first places we ate. Actually, I'm heading this way. Yeah, I can head this way. I should have gone through the Lake Sumter area. My wife used to work here on the left with that car's coming out. There's a bunch of medical officers there. She used to work for United Health and for years and years and years. And then she got transferred here and she lasted maybe, I don't know, 1 year or two. They shut down the whole thing without warning, without any warning whatsoever. In this left building at the end, the blue one over there, that's where she worked. So yeah, again, I'm joining with the real cars because I'll be doing a left turn on that stop sign. Especially when a car's coming behind you, better pay attention, all right? It's the way it works. So, see the white car? That's where you need to kind of edge yourself in because he thinks he got the right of way. So a way he knows, I'm not kidding. And here we go again. You basically take the multimodal path. Now we're gonna be on this for a long time. We still have about 7 miles to go for our destination. This is a beautiful ride. It's not sunny. Hopefully, maybe the camera will be all right. Looks like actually it might rain. I'm ready for that too. I don't mind. This is like to me, this is like a motorcycle. This multimodal path all the way to where I'm heading are like this. Very beautiful, very nice. Once you get to the new area or the near areas, they get less trees, stuff like that. So, this guy saw me, now he's accelerating. Let's see how good it is. I know he's going the same way I am. On their Stillwater main road here, and this is how you do it. Like there's bridges or mostly tunnels, some intersections. Hopefully I'll tape some of that. Actually there's only one with a stoplight that is for cars and golf cars, as I remember. Beautiful area, don't doubt. I love this ride. That's why I wanted to do it today. I was working with the jar. I mowed the lawn for me and my neighbor. She contracted me basically a cost to cover my battery. I have an electric mower. So the weather was fine to do that now. So it took me about an hour and I did that. So yeah, this is a Buena Vista on the right. There are two main north to south roads are Buena Vista Boulevard and Morse Boulevard. First we were on Morse. At the Lake Sumter, you make the decision if you want to continue on Morse or go to Buena Vista, like I did. So this GPS is losing signal rapidly. Like, I don't understand. Anyways, I know exactly where I'm going. I just have it for reference in terms of time. Just a bunch of bullshit. Golf courses are everywhere in the villages. Over 45 courses. Well, executive courses, definitely over 40, I think. And then championship, which is kind of private, but You can use them. They cost. The facilities are included in the amenities we pay monthly. The championship you have to pay, and depending where you live here and you have some sort of membership, it's a cost. It's not that expensive, at least compared to where I used to live in Puerto Rico. So basically, this is the little details you have to be careful. That's all. Especially it's a car coming in or out. And you see this gate. This is the village has a bunch of gates. Even that one has a gate attendant. There's a lot of those and those unattended. But the village itself is not a gated community. By definition, it's not. When you have a gated community, you own, like the residents or the village own the street. These streets are public. But the reason those gates are, you see how the gate, these are to manage traffic between real cars and golf carts. Golf cart 8 is being stopped. He did something really wrong. So the gates are just for that. Now here, this is a private multimodal path. No, the camera is still recording, but I'm gonna keep talking. Now we are on the other side of Buena Vista. This is how you travel in the village by golf cart. That road is 20, 35, you're doing 20 here. I'm doing more than 20. This car can go 24. I have that excess speed, not because I want to go fast, mainly because when I need to pass somebody like that bicycle you saw, or a bridge, I need the power, especially when two people are in the car. Sometimes you need to get out of unsafe situations, and that's the reason. That's why I do it. I don't mind going 20, 21. If somebody's in front of me, now there's snail pace like 15, 16, I'm going to pass as soon as safety allows. We already entering the low season, meaning a lot of people leave. We have a bunch of what they call snowbirds, and in terms of percentage, I'm gonna say at least 30% of the residents are snowbirds, maybe more. So when they're here between November and December to this month, especially last month, man, this is busy. It's difficult to get to restaurants. It's difficult to get to, like places to eat. Places to eat. That's restaurants or golf activities. Also, the reason I'm doing this long drive, this car wasn't in maintenance with some complaints, and I can hear something already. Like a clack, clack, clack. I don't know if you can hear that. It's only when I go left, so that might have to go back. Sorry, because it was in a long maintenance procedure, if you want to call it anything. Definitely when I go left. So I'm loading the left side of the car, maybe that's an issue. You see that guy walking? Well, he's walking against the traffic, which is a smart thing to do. And then he got the grass on his left. If something's wrong, he can jump there. That's a smart walker. I mean, by definition, you should walk with the traffic, but to be honest, don't do that here. Always keep an eye on everybody because you never know. I'm gonna make a quick stop here to make sure the camera is still attached to my cart. Yeah, it still is. Let's go. This guy coming fast behind me, so it's a lot of. They already saw the marking on the ground that means they need to fix this road. There's a lot of tree roots under, and they raised this, and it's a pain in the ass. Although my camera is a very heavy magnetic lashing system, I don't know if something's gonna fall off. Plus also I'm testing new batteries to see how long they last. Not with the mic. This is another one. You see that? I can see the yellow markings, meaning they're fixing that. So we only got 4 miles to go, about 17 minutes. We're still on time. Or what I want to do, hopefully my buddy friend Skip likes to go with me and maybe have some lunch. I need to go. It's far, even from his home. From home to where I need to deliver this coffee by golf cart, it's like an hour and 40 minutes. It's probably one of the farthest points in the villages. So from his home, it's probably still a good 40 minutes. That guy behind me, I know what he wants to do. And you know what? I'm gonna do it too. This is a little shortcut that a lot of people use, and I don't use it that much, but I saw that guy behind me with bad intentions, so I'm gonna use his bad intentions with me, like that guy. See that bike? That will be a problem. This guy fast. I'm not worried about this guy. Also, I'm testing this new setup. It's not a new setup. The mic with me, the receiver outside. I'm trying to create a series of golf cart rides like this. So a lot of people do drones, or they do golf cart rides like with the camera inside the car, and that's okay. But there's a lot of people doing drones, and that's a cool. I have a drone. That's a cool thing. But unless you have wings or a helicopter or something, this is how you're gonna see the village for the most part. You see all these people, they're waiting to play golf. That's a starter shack. So we are approaching. This is one of the first golf courses that I ever play. It's called Turtle Mound. We're gonna go like this, and eventually we're gonna go under 466A. It was actually the first golf course I ever played here. I was during the July 4th weekend 2021. It's called the Lifestyle. It's something you booked. It's very inexpensive, like $100 a night, a whole house, not per person, per night. Well, basically 2 people, you and your wife. In my case, I wanted my kids, so I paid $50 more, $150 for 4 people. And they gave us a 3-bedroom home. I think we were here 5 days. I can't remember exactly, but as part of the perks, we got Golf King, a few golf rounds for free. This was one of them. It's called Turtle Mound. I played with one of my sons. And also we went to see a show, can't remember, like a live performance of some kind. I don't know. I've seen a few, so I don't remember which one was the one that I saw. Probably ABBA, something ABBA. Every performance that we have seen really good bands too. Like I saw Smash Mouth. You know, I always forget those names. The guys that played the Shrek song for the movie Shrek. So That's all I know. They came over, and very nice. We have had here from Jay Leno to the Eagles to the other day this guy Lieutenant Dan, what's the name of that, Gary something, he has a band, and he does a VA veterans fundraiser. He came over. It was packed, of course, right? So you get like tribute bands or wannabes, or like Boston tribute or Bon Jovi tribute or anything tribute to the real deal. Like, so we are right now under 466A. You see those noises? I used to have one of those. Those are Yamaha golf cars. They're gas cars. They're okay. They're very reliable. But I love my electric cars. Mainly because I don't have to deal with gas or noise or fumes. I don't care about the noise. Mine was what they call quiet tech. It's a technology Yamaha invented that reduced the muffler noise a lot. Actually, that one over there looks like my colors. Mine was a 4-seater called a concierge. Everybody's sitting facing forward. So now we are on the other side of 466A. We're only 2.5 miles from our destination. Plus the weather is perfect. Like, I used to have motorcycles. I have a motorcycle endorsement, and I love doing this in a motorcycle, but I decided alone. I sold them. I have one, two. I sold one, then the other one. And I decided a long time ago not to ride motorcycles anymore for safety reasons. So this golf cart is my motorcycle. I like open air race driving. It's not as fast. I don't care. I'm not in a hurry, So if I turn right under this tunnel, there's a little shortcut all the way to Brownwood, the other town square. But we're heading to my friend's Skip home, and he's on this side of the road. We're very close. He's doing a live show today. Every Wednesday he does. It's for his wife. It's called Porch Setting. I nickname it. Thank you. I nickname it Porch Sweating because when I went the first time, it was during the summertime, and that was insane. I mean, I was sweating like a pig. And that's a cool guy on a motorcycle. He realized the golf cart and let it go. I like that, people. That's a good drive. So he did that. And I went there for the first time. Not the first time, because the first time was in January, so it was still cold. The first time, I was sweating like a pig, and I told him, "Why you guys? They have a lanai. I'm like, why you guys are here? Why are you sweating? Why are you doing this?" And then I nicknamed it Porch Sweating, and Porch Sweating it is. So it's a show about 2 hours long live, where people can log in and ask questions or make comments, and sometimes it's very hard to follow because the comments scroll very fast. So because there are the two of them, one of them is looking at the comments, and some people may say, "Hey, what about something?" Especially people that don't live here, they might comment on something, and then it's very cool. And the wife Sue is the one that runs. I call it her show. He's a technical guy, but it's her show. That's another golf course. I think it's Evans Prairie, and we eat it there once. They have a bunch of country clubs, like I want to say 14. Don't quote me. And each has like any golf-related country club, golf shop, pro shop. Some have academies and trainers and practice ranges and facilities. It's really cool. So. We're approaching Hillsboro. This is where my friend's main road is. Again, you make a right on that tunnel. On the other side is a very famous rec center called Eisenhower. Is the theme of every rec center here has a theme of some sort. That one's military, and it's a really cool place to visit. A lot of items, real items, are donated by people, by family members of villages themselves. One of the items that I saw there that I like is a flag, a Japanese flag capturing, I don't want to say the wrong name, Iwo or something like that. And it's there. And it's a bunch of items like that. Logbooks from pilots from World War I, and very interesting stuff. It's like a very cool museum from a military point of view. The flooring looks like a White House, like a decorations. I mean, it's just amazing, amazing, amazing. So you ever here, don't miss Eisenhower. It's big, but it's really cool. It's one of the coolest things to see around here. This is another road that now we're sharing the road with real cars. This is Hillsborough. It's another main road that goes east to west, or whatever you want to call it. We're less than a mile from my friend. But this is, compared to Morse, the reason this is not the same in terms of danger level, because although this is the same setup, 30 miles an hour, you see, we're sharing the road with real cars. Morse is kind of a big deal for people that don't even live here. Most of the people that using this road, people live here, and so when that happens, they kind of know better how to manage these roads. Where on Morse, there's a lot of people that use the road that don't live here. They overspeed. They might not know or not used to having golf carts and cars next to each other. So it's still dangerous here. You can get a mistake and be in trouble. Don't get me wrong. But this is how you make a left turn. Watch, I need to make a left turn soon. My signal is on, my hand is out. I need to make a left turn here. This is how you do it. You join the cars, and now you make the left turn. That's how it works. So that's the difference, in my opinion. Well, I'm approaching this guy's home. I hope you like the ride. I hope it's recorded well. I don't even know until I edit this. I'm getting my computers ready to edit videos. They require some sort of storage and power to, make your life easier when editing videos. Wake up. I did exactly what I wanted. Relax. Let me turn the camera off.